everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Will the Dragon Whisperer with another video for the channel. Super excited for this video. There's a lot of things that have transpired here at the reptile room. Can't wait to update you guys on those things. Built an awesome 4x2x2 PVC enclosure. Did a lot of research, found the right materials, did everything myself, mounted the lights, the light fixtures, the track, the glass doors, and it came out amazing. Going to show that to you guys and show you what my budget was and how much I spent on it. Super excited about showing you guys that build. A few other things that have changed here at the reptile room. Can't wait to talk about those in the video. So we're going to get straight into it. Like always, smash that like button, you guys, when you get through watching the video. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please help me grow the channel. If we can just get this channel to the point that it's monetized, you guys, all that money is just going to go to helping out here at the reptile room. I have an amazing piece of property here that I'm going to show you guys on a later video. My landlords are going to let me rent this place for a long time. We have long-term plans here. They really support what I'm doing, so I have the ability to build any kind of enclosures I want outside. A lot of the animals that I'd like to take in and rehome or house here, I can keep outside during the summer. And then I have some storage buildings here that I can house them in the winter. So there are so many things I can do here, especially at the property I have right now. If you guys can just help me get the channel to that point. Khaleesi is obviously being a little camera shy and decides she wants to climb behind my neck right now, but obviously I'll take care of that here in just a second. So we're going to get straight into the video, you guys. A lot of things to discuss. Glad you guys are here, so let's hit the road.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Okay, you guys, here we have the 4x2x2 all PVC and glass enclosure that I just built. Yes, Ellie Mae, that's what I'm talking about. She's got to check it out. She hears Daddy talking about it. She wants to get more dog hair on it. Because I will have to say that I chose the white over the black because the white is cheaper. I felt like the black PVC was not going to show stains as easy, which makes it hard to find the stains. I mean, obviously it'll make it look cleaner, but I want the stains in the dirt and the bad spots to show out. So, and I thought it would brighten up the room more and help reflect the light better. So I chose the white. And this is 100% high density PVC plastic. This will never rot, never rust. This will last longer than I will on this earth. I got the sheet, an 8x4 sheet for $82 from a company here in North Carolina called Piedmont Plastics in Greensboro, and they actually even pre-cut the sheet to my specifications. They cut these top panels, the side panels, the bottom, the back panel. They cut the sheet into my specifications for $10 extra. So I had $92 in all the PVC for the outside of the structure. Then I have placed now I did spend a little extra money. I didn't really factor that into the budget because I went a little extra and got the 24-inch Zoom Edge Slimline light. Someone else gave me, Nicole, who gave me Marley, had a light like this for her enclosure, and I really love it. And so, but they're fairly expensive, about $70 just for the fixture, and about $40 or $50 for the bulb. So, depending on where you get it. So I splurged a little bit on that, but I did find fluorescent 24-inch fixtures at Walmart for only $10. So I'm going to be going with those in the future, probably just to save money because I'm sure they'll work just as good. And not this has the slimline bulb, and I'll probably be getting the regular T10 bulbs for the other enclosures I plan on building in the future. And because this is for your mastics, I have a bigger ceramic emitter, and I still haven't got its temperature up quite as high as it needs to be. It's about 115. I need it to be about 125, 130. So I'm going to add another light fixture to this in the coming days, but super excited how this came out. This track I ordered online. It's already got a little bit of dirt in it. It's called Nape and Voigt. I'll try to put a link on the screen, or at least the way you spell the company, but they sell them on Amazon, a bunch of different sites, and you can get them in a bunch of different lengths and colors. I chose the white 48-inch, but like I said, it's called Nape and Voigt, Knape. I'm not exactly sure how to spell Voigt right off the top of my head. It's kind of weird spelling, but I will include that in a text box somewhere in the video. But and then right here, as you can see, the bigger track on the bottom, so the glass goes up, sits in the smaller track in the bottom. I chose 3/16 tempered glass, so a lot stronger. I plan on putting like tegus and rhino iguanas as they're growing up in these enclosures in the future. So I wanted something thick and durable. And this glass, when it is clean, it's not going to scratch like plexiglass. And I mean, when it is clean, it almost looks like it is not there. When I'm looking at the enclosure, I keep thinking the door is open because it looks so neat and clean. I use the ceramic light fixture there. It really does not conduct the heat at all. That ceramic heater right there is getting about 600 degrees probably, and the plastic up here is not even warm hardly to the touch. Like I'm really amazed at the way the ceramic fixture takes care of the heat. And like I said, the UVB bulb mounted there so you don't have any restriction with the screen. And these things, I put a PVC 1x2 is actually doubled up here on the top lip, and then I've chosen the PVC 1x4s that are doubled up here underneath the track on the bottom. And for some enclosures, I'm going to go with a 1x6 here so I can put even more substrate, and then I can save a couple dollars on the glass because it'll be a couple inches shorter. But this material does have some flex in it. It's not really as rigid as you might think. So when I was concerned about stacking these and putting substrate in the ones over top, that it would sag in the middle, but having the two doubled up 1x2s, and especially the two 1x4s at the bottom, is taking all the sag out of the bottom, and I'm pretty sure when I stack these enclosures, it's not going to be an issue. This one's going to be on the top, so I put the wires at the top. I still have to cut these screws off and get some plastic wire grommets to seal these holes off. And the future enclosures, I'm going to run the wires
across the ceiling and out the back, and have those covered up with a piece of PVC pipe that I'm going to cut in half and use kind of as a shell to cover those wires and go out the back doors. And I still have to put some vents in here so that it doesn't get too humid. But I'm really happy. I have $180 total invested in the enclosure. That's not counting the expensive fluorescent light, but that's counting the wiring, the plug, the ceramic fixture, and all the PVC, the glass, the track. $185 roughly for a 4x2x2 PVC enclosure that will last a lifetime and will be stackable. So I'm going to be getting rid of all the racks in the room and all these enclosures. I'll be selling one at a time and then taking that money and building more of these, and eventually that side of the room will be a whole bunch of these. So hopefully nobody got vertigo during that little video spot, but he seems to love the enclosure. Going to include some video of him exploring and trying it out. Probably going to add some more of the little grass type stuff in there for him, but I like to separate his substrate from where he eats. And Uromastics don't really need water at all. They can go years and years without drinking water. And I've got the Reptisoil sand, play sand mixture. He's got a little cave here he can hide, and then he likes to spend a lot of his time back there in his corner hide. But he's already dug him a little tunnel out the back there, which is pretty cool. I think I caught that on video while I was cleaning some cages. So I hope you guys like the new enclosure. Like I said, get in touch with me if you're in the North Carolina area. I'm going to be building these guys and putting them up for sale on a couple of different sites. So if you're interested, please hit me up in the comment section below.
Forget my problems, I'm begging you. You're my heart, you're my soul. You've got so much control, yeah. My love runs deeper than the ocean and sea. But if you sail away, you take the centerpiece of me. Don't leave. Don't leave me, girl. Please stay with me tonight. Don't leave me, girl. Please stay with me tonight.
Now, unfortunately, this was Pyro's old enclosure, and there's happy days at the reptile room because my nephew is getting a new bearded dragon. We just ordered it off of Morph Market from a great breeder. I believe it's QB Dragons. Please forgive me if I didn't get it right. He actually said he wasn't concerned with a shout out, but I think they're pretty awesome. So I'm pretty sure it was QB Dragons on Morph Market. And we got my nephew a translucent hypomelanistic het, 60% het zero, 50% het wit blitz bearded dragon that will be arriving tomorrow. It's a brand new hatchling, just a few weeks old, and I will be fostering it here at the reptile room. So I'm super excited to have another baby dragon here in the room, and this is going to be the enclosure for the baby dragon, and I will be posting a video of it in the next couple of days with its name and how it's roaming around and enjoying its new enclosure. So this is going to be his basking area, and he's got this tree to climb on. Or she, it's actually a she. We know that already, pretty sure, 75% sure, the breeder said. And a little hide over there on the cool side, that's going to be for the salad and the water bowl. She's got a UVB there and UVB there. They're not the best ones. I'm going to get her the bar lights here in a couple days as soon as I get paid, and I'm changing the basking bulbs right now, different wattages, trying to make sure I've got that temperature right before she moves into the enclosure. But this was Pyro's. It's been totally decontaminated and completely washed down and set back up, and now we're just trying to make sure the temperatures and humidities are right, and the baby will be arriving tomorrow, and I am super excited. Now, for the bad part of the video, the reason we have the baby coming is because Jackson purchased his first dragon from PetSmart because he did not want to wait. I've never really spoken out about this a lot on the channel, but you guys, box stores are terrible about buying their animals from dragon farms, and those dragon farms get like $4 or $5 a dragon for the dragons they sell to PetSmart. So they produce dragons by the hundreds, and they don't really care about the dragons' care. I wanted to show you guys some Rex, the little Savannah monitor, while I was rambling here so that you weren't just looking at that tank forever. But unfortunately, Jackson didn't realize till about the 3rd or 4th month, and I take full responsibility because I saw pictures and didn't notice myself in the scale of the pictures that the dragon was not really growing and was not really putting on weight. And by the time I realized it and I took the dragon in to foster it, it had already become really lethargic and kind of stopped eating. And we took it to the vet, and unfortunately Tango had pretty bad infection from some parasites. We started treatment, and about the 3rd day, Tango showed really good signs, was going to the bathroom, and had started to perk up a little bit and was walking around. And then that night, Tango went to sleep, and no, the Savannah monitor just does not want to come out and cooperate. But that night, Tango went to sleep and never woke up. So, unfortunately, we lost Tango, and the passing of Tango was really hard on me because I had stayed up quite a few nights. There's Big Clementine, and just kind of trying to show you guys around the room while I talk. The big Khaleesi, the beautiful Khaleesi. But, you know, I really thought Clementine, sorry guys, thought that Tango had taken a turn and was really starting to turn the corner. But apparently the infection had already taken too much of a toll on her internal organs, and she was just not strong enough to fight back. And it was excuse me guys, but it was really hard to watch that little dragon go, and especially when I thought she was fighting back there at the end. But the moral of the story is that when you get a dragon or any reptile, regardless of where you get it, it's very cheap and it's very easy to get the stool sample from the first couple times they go to the bathroom, and take that to your vet, find the nearest exotic vet, and usually, even if they're not an exotic vet, they can still do a stool sample, test for parasites. All the lights are going out here in the reptile room, and make sure that that animal is not have anything that's going to stunt its growth, especially in that early developmental stage stage, you do not want your animal to have an infection or a parasite. And so please, you guys, take your animal, at least get a stool sample every couple of months, or at the very least when you first get an animal, no matter where you get it from or what the breeder says. Please get a stool sample and get that checked if you're not going to take your animal into the vet to see the vet itself. So unfortunately Tango passed, and I hope you guys were going to have a few moments to kind of celebrate Tango's life here in the video. And okay, sorry you guys, had a little technical difficulty there, but was trying to get a shot here too of Arya and Sansa here in their tank, just hanging out, the girls. There's Arya. She is so beautiful, fired up. But yeah, you guys, at the very least, take a stool sample in, because had I gotten a stool sample from Jackson for Tango when she was young and taken it to Dr. Crawford, we would have been able to avoid this whole situation. And Jackson is an incredibly smart, one of the smartest kids I've ever known. And I'm not just saying that because he's my nephew. He's incredibly smart, super responsible, and unfortunately he's pretty sensitive, and I'm afraid he's beat himself up a lot for Tango's situation. And it wasn't nothing Jackson did wrong. His husbandry was always on point. He cared for that animal like nobody's business, and always made sure it was well taken care of and all its parameters were right. And unfortunately, reptiles are so tough that when they start to show signs of infection and outside appearance of symptoms, then usually it's already really bad, because they're so tough and they can fight it for so long before it starts to wear on them. And that's what happened with Tango. It had already taken too much of a toll on her body before we really started to see the signs, and at that point the treatment was just too little too late, or maybe too much too late, but either way it was too much for her to handle. So thank you guys for your prayers, the people that knew the situation, and those of you who didn't. We still love to have your prayers. Like I said, Jackson's super smart and responsible, but he's a very sensitive young guy, and he's definitely beating himself up a little bit about it, even though he absolutely did nothing wrong. So, but we're excited to have the new little guy on the way. Excited to be putting that here in the room and fostering it for a couple months. And their light just went out, so they're going to be waking up and getting to eat if Daddy didn't wake them up already, which I'm sure I did. So just wanted to get that out there, you guys. Take your animals to the vet, or take their stool samples to the vet. You could definitely have a sick or dying animal on your hands before you know it, and before it's in a situation that you can do anything about it. And it's really always a tragedy when that happens, no matter what the reasons are. So just wanted to get off my soapbox now, but wanted you guys to know that in that situation.
Once again, you guys, this is Will the Dragon Whisperer. Thank you so much for everybody who made it this far in the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate your support. Every single subscriber matters. We're trying to reach that 500 subscriber mark in the first year, and you guys are helping me do that. Please help promote the channel on your social media. Never forget that you can hit me up on Instagram, and I always respond to every single one of the comments. Finally, somebody gave me a name suggestion, and we're going to be naming the Savannah Monitor Rex. So hope you guys will stay tuned for everything that I post in the future. Smash that like button, ring that notification bell. Please consider subscribing, share the channel. Thank you guys so much. This is the Dragon Whisperer, and I'm out.